This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2006 Ford F350 Crew Cab Long Bed, 6.0 turbo diesel, 4-wheel drive. It's a King Ranch edition, which is saddle leather seats. FX4 off-road suspension is Rancho suspension installed at the factory. This is a nice truck. It has 148,000 miles. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in San Antonio, Texas. It is on a salvage title due to theft, not collision, not fire, not flood. Has nothing to do with being hurt. It has to do with lawyers. If you watch the little 3-minute animated video in our ad, it'll explain to you better. But basically, it's the insurance company's way of selling it to us and guaranteeing themselves that they'll never have to deal with this thing again. You buy it from me, you kill yourself driving poorly, but your lawyer wants to blame brakes, and they find out that Geico or Progressive owned it. They have a lot more money than we do, so that's why they do it. They throw the paperwork under the bus because the salvage title implies no guarantee, no warranty of anything. And this is how they get out of that. All right, so that's a quick explanation. Watch that little animated video and you'll find out a little bit more, and it's kind of funny to watch. Next, we do a 2-hour inspection. It looks like this. Anyway, and I got my little cheat sheets over here, and this is what we did to it. Got a new windshield that had a cracked windshield. They got new front brake pads. Let's see, the neutral safety switch is basically inside the transmission. It's a little switch that you need to take out. So obviously, while we're there, we might as well do a tranny service. So we did a tranny service while we were plugging that sensor in. It's called the transmission range sensor. The driver door handle was broken, so we had to buy a new one of those. They broke it when they stole it, and get a new ignition, new lock cylinder for the door. So that's, the handle's new, door lock cylinder is new, and the ignition was broken, so we had to get a new ignition. And that's it. Other than that, what you see is what you get. It's got a beautiful set of BFG all-terrains that were on it. These are usually FX4, these are usually Rancho suspension, so sometime it's got a new set of shocks, because those are not Rancho suspension, which is what an FX4 is. So whoever owned it maintained it and said it needs new shocks, so they put new shocks on it. All right, I'm going to walk around. I'm going to show you the cosmetics of it. My steel bumper speech. My brother will kill me if I don't say anything about this. Steel bumpers obviously are going to affect what happens with the airbags when it crashes. They may or may not deploy because you've got this battering ram in front. If you want to make sure they deploy, take it off, put a factory bumper back on, and you're good to go. If you crash into something, they don't come out, it's probably because of that. All right. Anyway, in our ad, you'll see pictures of the truck before it left Texas for Tucson. Before pictures, and it basically looks exactly like this. The only difference in the appearance would be that the new door handle on the driver's side, and there was a little bit of a like a push-in type of thing here. We kind of pulled it out as good as we can. It really doesn't look like anything, and I don't even know if you can even tell in the pictures, but we like to tell people everything. So take a look at that as good as you can in the before pictures. You may not even be able to tell in those pictures if there was a little bit of damage right there. It's pretty minor, but it is part of how we sell vehicles, is making sure that you're aware of everything going on here. Whoever had this took great care of it. They already changed out the shocks, which was nice. Did a nice little spray and bed liner in gold, which is kind of original. I haven't seen that before. It's got a rollover gooseneck trailer, which is a ball in the bed, not trailer. So you can get a gooseneck ball to pop up out of the bed. Like I said, this whole handle is new. We had to paint it. It was all cracked right here where they jimmied the lock. Let's see, we got a remote here. Let's see. All right. There's the. There you go. All right, so that looks fine. Let's fire this thing up. We're gonna look under the hood. We're gonna be looking for, let's see, I gotta put the key in for the new ignition. We have 2 keys now. There you go. 48,030 miles. All right. New battery on this side. There's your Ford stamp over here, right there. No blow by at all. That's very good. It's kind of figures this truck is a really nice looking truck. So whoever had it took pretty good care of it. I could just do the left-handed. Gotta get it on there, right? Let's see. There's the Ford stamp on this side. Sticker where it belongs for the cab. All this stuff indicates that nothing's been replaced here. Ford stamp there and Ford stamp there. So you know that everything is factory under the hood. All the body parts. So no one's crashed it and put it back together. Unless they did it with Ford parts, which is highly unlikely. And the door's locked because I always lock them. I let myself out of the truck every single time. Unbelievable. All right, back to the other side. It's a new habit of mine. It's really getting annoying. All right, there's your passenger rear window, up and down. Seats are in unbelievable condition. King Ranch seats are really solid. Somebody took really good care of these. Beautiful. Passenger front window, door lock. Let's see. I can see shade here. I can see that or not. That's off. That's on. Forward, back, up, down, seat looks fine, rear seat down, rear seat up, front seat up, front seat down. Perfect. These seats are in amazing condition for King Ranch seats. Really good shape. I did it again. I gotta watch out. I have a bad habit of doing that. There's your driver rear window. But I do have a good habit of leaving the driver door open so I'm not standing here completely clueless. Alright. Here's your driver window. Passenger window. Passenger rear window. Driver rear window. Door locks. Door locks. Heated seat on and off. Seat forward. Seat back. Seat up. Seat down. Tilt up. Tilt down. Tilt up. And tilt down. Everything works there. Surprise under that. Tilt wheel. Go. Steering wheel shows a little bit of wear, but not too bad. Air conditioning's blowing ice cold, which is important right now because we're already hot in Tucson. It's actually pretty warm right now. You turn that down, make sure all the manual controls work. There's up and down. Up and down. We're gonna work it off of the steering controls here. Fan up and down, temperature up and down, so those work fine for the steering wheel. Manual controls the radio.
I'm to help you.
Alright, let's try these. Steering controls. Radio works fine. 6-disc changer. Let me turn the air down so you can hear me. 6-disc changer. Here's your lights. Let's see. Trailer disconnected. Yeah, it is. We don't have one. Alright, there's your systems check. There you go. 148,030 miles. There's tow haul on and off. Boy, it's a nice truck. Let me get a seatbelt on here. Alright, what else we need to show you? It's got a rear slider, power slider. There's that. Alright, I'm going to put it in neutral. I'm going to put it in 4 low. Now we're in 4 low. We'll go drive. And I'm going to go reverse. That's the parking sensors there. Let's see. I'm going to put it into 4 high. Now I'm in 4 high. I'm in drive. And probably get the parking sensors again, which we do because I got stuff right next to me and behind me. Alright, neutral. 2-wheel drive. Now, let's go for a ride. Everything works fine. Let's see, it's on a salvage title. In order to get plates and insurance, you got to have a restored salvage title. So if you come to Tucson to drive it home, it's mandatory that we take it to the cops, get what's called level 3 inspection. Once we get that, we can get what's called a restored salvage title for you, and that's required if you're going to drive it home. Then you can get plates and insurance. We do that for you before you get here for $200. It involves about 4 hours of extra time for us, sometimes up to 10, depending on how busy the cops are that day. Anyway, so if you're going to drive it home, you're going to pay $200 for us to restore the title. You're going to pay a $250 dock fee, and you're going to pay taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if your state tax rate is, say, 3%, when you come here, you're going to pay 5% tax and a $250 dock fee, and a $200 to restore the title. If your state tax rate is 0, you're going to pay 2% tax, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore. If you pay by wire and ship, all you pay is the agreed upon price, and that's it. I would strongly suggest adding $200 and have us restore it before it leaves, unless you know you can get it done yourself with the salvage title, the bill of sale, and the truck. Okay? Once we receive your wire, if you're going to ship, we will fill out the title with your name and address, notarize it, scan it into your online file. We even scan in the envelope that we mail you the title in. There's a copy of the title we have now in our ad you can look at. My brother will take 60 or so HD pictures. There'll be a little device where you can click on it to zoom in. It's pretty cool. Please use it. Deposits. Get your deposit. Once we get your $500 deposit, we'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Until then, it is for sale. Let's see. Warranty stuff. There is no warranty. Every vehicle we have is out of warranty, and basically when the people who built it did so, they said after X amount of years and X amount of miles, we have no idea what is going to be happening with that truck. So if they don't know what's going to happen, there's very little chance that we know more than the people who built it. So there's risk involved is a translation of what I'm saying. If you're risk averse, gosh, I'm too close to everything. It's getting a little tight in here, isn't it? Holy cow. Yeah. Anyway, the sensors were good. If you're risk averse, please don't buy from us or buy anything used really from anybody. That's really not cool. Realize that some of the money you're saving may have to be spent on a repair sooner or later. And it could be anything from an injector in a week to a window motor in 3 years. We don't know what's going to happen, okay? Now, that being said, their weakness, if you do the research, is an EGR issue. In our ad, we offer a EGR, bulletproof EGR cooler, a Ford oil cooler, all the fluids, for $1,900, which is about half what shops charge for that. So if you want that taken care of before it leaves or before you come to drive it home, let us know, add $1,900 and we'll do it. It's a smoking deal, but at this point, it doesn't need it. So please check that out. Pretty nice truck. A few dings and nicks here and there, but not much. It's a pretty truck. Thank you.